Hi, welcome to this community learning video. We've been asked by one of our tutors if it's possible to use a wireless camera for video, mainly for things like Zoom, so when they're delivering a classroom they can actually move the camera around to show things they're working on. So for example a cookery class, so you can actually see what the person's working on. So in this video what we're going to look at is using any Android or Apple phone or tablet as a way of using that camera wirelessly. So without further ado, let's get on with that. Okay, so the next step is we're going to go to Google and we're going to search for an application called DroidCam. So DroidCam, D-R-O-I-D-C-A-M. And that can take us to a web page called Dev47 Apps. So what this is a free application. It runs on your computer. So the computer will be the one doing the Zoom chat or doing the Google Meet, wherever you want to use it. Or even recording pre-recorded video like this. So it runs on your local computer, but there's also an application you download for the Google Play Store here or for the App Store here. So you download that to your device, your mobile phone or your tablet, and you download the client. So in this instance we need the Windows client because I'm running on Windows. So I just click on there, and if I plan to use Apple devices I need to download this client here with Android and iOS support. I just click on there, download the device, download the file and run it and install it. So we're going to pick up from the point we've just gone through the installation process. That's what that looks like. Okay, and back to this side of the screen again. We've now downloaded our copy of DroidCam. We've installed it on our local computer, so I've just gone click through and gone yes, 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 please install. And we've now started the program and it's brought up this little connect box here. And so what we've got is the options of connecting over Wi-Fi. We've also got, I've lost my mouse cursor actually, here we go. Connect over Wi-Fi, connect over USB, so we could, if we're struggling with our Wi-Fi in the house, we could plug our device straight into USB, or we can create a server. So the only two we're going to be using really is Wi-Fi or USB. For this example, we're going to use the Wi-Fi. So it is slightly less reliable, but the difference is this is a much more flexible approach. Obviously if you're trying to show off different things to people, it's a lot easier to try and get something working wirelessly than it is to drag around a cable. So we're going to connect to a Wi-Fi. We've got a device IP here, so this is the local address of the device we need to connect to. So we need to get that from our mobile device, which we'll go on to in a second. The ports we can leave as it is, that'll be the same. Video and audio, so do we want to pick up the video from the webcam? Obviously yes. By default audio is unticked, so if you wanted to use your mobile device or your iPad as an audio device as well, you would just tick that and it would use the microphone on the iPad. So I'm going to leave it as it is, and I'm now going to go and find out what this address needs to be. Okay, so we're onto the iPad now. If we were on an Android device we go to Play Store. Here we've gone to the App Store, do a search for DroidCam. On my device I'm going to hit open, but for you you'd have to first hit the button for get. So it's a DroidCam wireless webcam, and when I open it we can see the IP address at the top. And that's all there is to it, just type that address into the next page. Okay, so we've checked on our iPad and the IP address of the iPad is ending in 125. If it wasn't, we could just type in a different number here, but it's 125 already. So all we need to do, we've got the application running on the iPad, is hit start. And straight away, I've just move that over slightly so you can see. And we've got a few little different options on there. Some of the options on this won't work because we're not using the paid for application. And you can see there's a little penguin that my daughter's entrusted to me while she's at school. And we've got a full wireless webcam now which is connected to our computer. So all we need to do now is connect to this inside Zoom. So here we are inside Zoom. The illusion is broken. You can see I've got a green screen behind me. So inside my normal Zoom client I'm using my regular camera. What I've got now is if I bring up the menu by moving the mouse around, you can see where I've got stop video. There's a little arrow that brings up the settings. I've now got more options in here. I've got DroidCam source 2 and 3. We only need to use source 2 because that's I think the default one it uses. And that allows me to swap between my normal camera and the Wi-Fi camera. So I hit 2 on there, and you see it's jumped straight to my penguin. View outdoors, we've got all that flexibility of a mobile camera but at the same time I can just go back in and swap to my standard webcam. So it's handy if you are teaching, you want to stay inside Zoom, you want to flip between the two things.